All right, so let's talk a minute about relative versus absolute cell references in Microsoft Excel. So when you're thinking about cell references, you're usually thinking about the lettered column and numbered row combination that make up the cell addresses. So we can take those cell references and put them together into simple formulas, like this one here. So here I've got a formula equals B2 plus C3. So you have your two cell references, B2 and C3. And then let's take this formula and set cell A8 equal to B2 plus C3. Now, what would happen if I were to copy the contents of A8 and paste them 2 rows down? Normally when we think about copy and paste, especially when we're dealing with Microsoft Word, for example, we expect that we will paste exactly a duplicate of whatever it is we copied. So if we copied equals B2 plus C3, we would think that when we paste it 2 rows down, we would also get equals B2 plus C3. But the way that cell referencing works in Excel, that's not what happens. What actually happens is, as you slide that formula down 2 rows, the cell references slide down with it. So B4 or B2 now becomes B4. C3 now becomes C5. So these cell references have moved relative to the position of the formula, which is why they're called a relative address. So as these change, they become a variable or relative cell reference. Now, what if we actually want these cells to stay where they are as we move the formula around? To do that, we will need to create what is called an absolute cell reference. Now, to create an absolute cell reference, we use a $ in front of each component of the cell reference, and those $ are kind of like glue that holds those components of the cell reference there. So the $ in front of the B glues that column in place so that as we drag our formula around, that column will never change. The $ in front of the 2 glues that row in place so that as we drag the formula around, that row will never move. So when there's a $ in front of the B and the 2, that cell will never change position no matter where we copy and paste our formula. So now we've turned B2 into an absolute cell reference. So as I copy and paste this formula in A8 2 rows down, what do you think will happen now? So let's take a look at it and see. So as you can see, now that I drag that formula down 2 rows, B2 stays placed because it's an absolute cell reference, but C3 is still a relative cell reference, so it still moves relative to the position of the formula. So it still slides 2 rows down. And that's how you get B2 plus C5. So the absolute cell references never change. That's why they're called absolute. And to make them absolute, you use a $. So hopefully this visual representation helps you understand the relationship between relative and absolute cell references in Microsoft Excel.